You're not allergic to Wi-Fi, and I will tell you why. In my previous video, I covered that 5G was harmless to people. I got a few private messages asking me what was the difference between Wi-Fi and 5G. Well, Wi-Fi is different than 5G, and I can see where that might cause some confusion. In this video, I will try to provide some facts on why Wi-Fi is safe and why you are definitely not allergic to Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a family of wireless networking protocols. It is based on the IEEE 802.11 standard. The sibling protocol to Wi-Fi is the Wired Ethernet protocol. Wi-Fi has quite a complicated naming scheme. There is a numbered naming scheme and an alphabet naming scheme. The number naming scheme goes from 1 to 6. The alphabet naming scheme is A, B, G, N, and a few others after that. The more popular scheme is the alphabet naming scheme. Wi-Fi uses multiple frequencies, namely the 900 MHz frequency, the 2.4 GHz frequency, the 5 GHz frequency, the 5.9 GHz frequency, and the 60 GHz frequency. The most common is the 2.4 GHz and the 5 GHz frequency, so the rest of this video will focus more on the 2.4 and the 5 GHz frequency. Each Wi-Fi transmitter has a base frequency that is assigned dynamically. The base frequency is the frequency in which the transmitter starts at. No two transmitters use the same base frequency at the same time. There are many kinds of Wi-Fi transmitters. The reason that there are many kinds is because there are Wi-Fi transmitters that are designed for the home and Wi-Fi transmitters that are designed to operate over a large city. The different kinds of transmitters are mainly due to the frequencies that they use and the power level. The power level of a home Wi-Fi is considerably less than the power level of a citywide Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, just like any other transmission, is EMF. EMF, electromagnetic fields, is produced in nature. Sunlight is EMF. There is a range of EMF which is safe, and another range of EMF which is dangerous. The key point is ultraviolet. The ultraviolet frequency range is the midpoint between the safe and the dangerous bands. Frequencies that are wider than ultraviolet, namely radio waves, visible light, and even infrared and microwaves, is considered safe. The reason is that the power level of the frequencies is quite low. However, on the opposite side of ultraviolet, gamma rays, X-rays, now these are dangerous because they have very high intensity signals. The key difference in all the frequencies is the power level. Even microwaves are safe if the power level is low. But don't worry, your microwave oven in your home is not gonna hurt you because it's inside protective shielding. The power level of Wi-Fi, on the other hand, is considerably lower. A home router would probably use 100 milliwatts of power for 2.4 GHz and probably 200 milliwatts of power for 5 GHz. Your mobile phone or any other transmission device uses considerably less, maybe 15 milliwatts of power, because it's running on a battery. The more power that it uses, the quicker it depletes the battery. The choice of power in a Wi-Fi transmission device is mainly due to the range it has to communicate with and the amount of interference. The more interference it has to deal with, the higher the power output. Similar with the range, the further the transmission has to travel, the more power it requires. The prevalence of Wi-Fi all around us has made people really anxious, and they've reported some ill effects. Some people have claimed to be sensitive to EMF, and this is known as electromagnetic hypersensitivity. Electromagnetic hypersensitivity is the belief that EMF fields can affect a person. There is no medical diagnosis for EHS. This, however, doesn't mean that people are making it up. It just could be that it isn't EMF that is making them sick. For example, people living in polluted environments may have ailments that mimic the description of EHS. Certain kinds of environmental pollution can affect them very much. The scientific community does understand the need to study EHS. The largest of such projects, the International EMF Project, has been run by the WHO for the last 20 years. The project has proven conclusively that even up to 300 GHz frequency, EMF does not cause detrimental effects to a person. The key differentiator in their study was that devices with a limited power output, maybe 3 watts, cannot cause harm. Thus, all EMF that is produced by low power devices have been proven to not cause harm. This, however, will not convince everyone, and some people have taken it upon themselves to try to protect themselves. There is a town in the United States called Greenbank, and it is located in a quiet zone. A quiet zone is a zone where you cannot use Wi-Fi. The reason is that there is an observatory within that zone. The National Radio Astronomy Observatory is located in Greenbank. This is the reason why Wi-Fi is banned, as Wi-Fi can interfere with the sensitive equipment in the observatory. Not everyone, though, has the ability or means of living in a quiet zone. A lot of people just have to make do in urban life. Some individuals have resorted to trying to protect themselves with various things they find around the house, especially tinfoil. Now, Wi-Fi was designed to penetrate through barriers. It was designed to go across interference. Tinfoil does not stop Wi-Fi. Don't waste your money. Tinfoil doesn't work. However, doctors have noticed that some sufferers of EHS have improvements if they wear tinfoil. The reason is not that tinfoil is working, it's that it's a placebo. The placebo effect is quite strong among EHS sufferers. Now, I'm not a medical doctor, but if you feel that you're suffering from some kind of ailment that is being caused by Wi-Fi, definitely see a real doctor. Self-diagnosis is not a good idea. Wi-Fi is ubiquitous and present all around us. if there were any ill effects, millions of people are exposed to it every single day. Wi-Fi was designed with safety in mind. There is no actual conspiracy here. Wi-Fi is just a really useful technology that is safe. We have used Wi-Fi for so many years, and the effects of Wi-Fi have been thoroughly studied. There just is no evidence that Wi-Fi can cause you harm. Well, that's all I have for this video. I've put some extra information in the links below. Please check it out if you're curious or would like to learn more about EMF. As always, if you like what you see and would like to support the channel, please subscribe, give us a like, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new videos. Until next time, I'm High Voice, signing out.